These thugs thought having guns gave them the right to rob an old man fishing by the river, planning to use the stolen money for a big feast. Jack honestly said he had no cash on him, but in the car's glove compartment, there was about 30 bucks in change. He pulled out his car keys, hoping this unpleasant business would end quickly. The thugs felt insulted, raised the gun and aimed at the old dog on the ground, then mocked him saying, "Bring more cash next time you go out. Maybe you can avoid this kind of thing." Then strutted away with his buddy. Jack never thought a simple fishing trip would cost his companion of over 10 years. He struggled to pick up the dog, wanting to rush to the nearest hospital, but when he got to the car, he found the dog had completely stopped breathing. Back home, Jack didn't even think about eating, buried the body under a tree in the backyard, at least letting his old buddy rest in peace. As a military veteran, he easily identified the gun model the thug used, then called nearby weapon shop, asking if they carried that type of hunting rifle. The owner said they didn't sell those, only the specialty store in town had that model. Jack didn't waste time, headed to the weapons store first thing the next morning, asking if they'd sold the hunting rifle to an 18-year-old kid, but the clerk refused to reveal this information to protect customer privacy. Just when Jack felt helpless, he noticed the store also had a dog. Thinking the owner was also a dog lover, he told him everything about yesterday's incident. The owner felt deeply sympathetic after hearing, immediately had the clerk bring out the ledger and told him all the thug's information, following the address. Jack quickly found the kid's parent, told them exactly what happened about how the dog was killed, but they firmly denied it after hearing, said their kid was a good student, would never do such a horrible thing. Jack was pushed to his limit, said he had the shell casing from the scene. Worst case, he'd call the police. A simple test would reveal the truth to prove the story was real. The man immediately called his two sons over, but to Jack's surprise, the thug played dumb in front of his parents, said he didn't know this old man at all, let alone shoot and hurt his dog. Seeing he couldn't get justice, Jack went to the town police station to report it, but the chief looked through legal code, said even if the charges stuck, it would only be a $100 fine. Jack was furious after hearing this. The dog was a birthday gift from his late wife. He demanded the chief report this higher up, give the thug a heavy sentence as a lesson. The next morning, the chief got back to him, said the thug's father ran a big business, seemed to have bought off the higher up. They were vague about his demand, but there was good news, but they'd found the home address of the third boy who was at the scene that day. Jack immediately found his parent, but the man had obviously been threatened, wouldn't say a word about what happened that day, wouldn't even let his kid come out to testify. That evening, the chief brought a reporter to Jack, said he might be able to help. The next day, Jack accompanied the reporter's crew to the scene, recording the whole process on camera. The reporter was really efficient. Soon that night he brought good news, said the story made front page headline, would be replayed constantly on TV. But just as the two were watching intently, a brick with a note tied to it smashed through the window. Luckily, Jack dodged in time, avoiding any real harm. Jack opened the note and read. It said enough is enough or face the consequences. The next morning, he found the chief, hoping to report last night's incident to a judge, but the chief said there were no fingerprints on the brick, no way to tell who threw it for safety reasons. He even advised Jack to just let it go, but Jack wouldn't listen at all, determined to get justice his own way.